David Howe is not your typical entrepreneur. His legal acumen and business instincts converge seamlessly in his role as co-founder of DA Technologies Inc., operating as Truvy, a platform that reimagined how educational creators can monetize their content. But Howe's impact extends far beyond the boardroom. A certified chef de cuisine, CAC, and certified specialist of wine, CSW, his deep appreciation for Renaissance and modern art informs both his culinary creativity and philanthropic outlook. Howe is a passionate supporter of institutions such as the San Francisco Symphony and the Asian American Foundation. He lends his voice to global causes like the Hunger Project and local efforts including SFSPCA. Culturally inspired by figures like Dostoevsky, Verdi, and Picasso, Howe exemplifies a holistic approach to success, one rooted in creativity, community, and contribution. Where did the idea for Truvy come from? That's a great question, especially since our idea predated TikTok and the massive digital shift of the pandemic. Around 2017, a close friend and I set out to empower creators, specifically those producing educational video content, with a platform that offered sustainable, reliable income. At the time, monetization options for creators were fragmented and inconsistent. Our goal was to build something simple, accessible, and powerful. We wanted creators to succeed with nothing more than a smartphone and a message worth sharing. Our vision resonated. We were accepted into Y Combinator and got the support needed to refine and scale that mission. Looking back, it was ahead of its time, but exactly in sync with where the world was heading. Why focus on educational creators? As a first-generation immigrant, I've always been driven by a desire to make meaningful impact. If something like Truvy had existed when I was younger, it could have changed my entire trajectory. I kept thinking, what if students or young professionals could earn a real income by teaching what they know from anywhere? For many people, especially in underserved communities, traditional paths to success can be limited. We wanted to change that. It wasn't just about building tech. It was about building access, dignity, and agency. What daily habit or mindset helped you scale your early ventures? Gratitude, every day. It keeps you grounded and opens your mind. Gratitude naturally leads to humility, and with humility comes the capacity to listen, adapt, and serve. At every stage I've asked, how do we make life better for someone else? Consistency, not perfection, builds momentum. Just show up, keep learning, and take one step forward each day. How do you stay ahead of emerging digital trends? Movement. You can't grow standing still. Failing forward has been one of the greatest teachers in my life. Each stumble refines your process and makes you stronger. Innovation requires you to step outside your comfort zone over and over. Failure isn't defeat, it's feedback. What advice do you have for young entrepreneurs balancing impact and business success? Build structure into your day. Health, physical and mental, fuels clarity and endurance. Limit distractions. Protect your energy. And most of all, stay anchored in your purpose. When things get tough, and they will, your values will be your compass. How do you manage multiple professional passions? Chase what feeds your spirit, uplifts others, and sustains your life. The path may twist and turn, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. True success is feeling aligned, doing work that lights you up, helps others, and supports your well-being. When those three overlap, you've found something worth pursuing. What's your final message to aspiring entrepreneurs? Cherish the climb, the long nights, the early doubts, those quiet, gritty moments when you kept going, even when no one was watching. That's your legacy. One day you'll look back and realize those were the most meaningful chapters. Not because they were easy, but because they proved you had the courage to keep showing up. That's the real reward.